Jays split the series with the Tampa Bay Rays as they win 6-4 this afternoon. There was a 3:10 first pitch, and the Jays come back and win the ball game. And as I've said in previous videos, when players on the opposing team make mistakes, great teams capitalize on those mistakes. And let's get to this ball game. All right, it all starts in the, where are we here? Bottom of the second inning. Tetsugo hits a solo shot, and just like that, the Jays are down 1-0. Top of the third, with Kevin Biggio on at second base, or no, he was at first, excuse me. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. doubles to left field, hits an absolute screamer, and it was a great job by Buddy getting barrel to ball. Out of the reach of Austin Meadows, one hops off the wall, Biggio comes around to score, and the Jays have tied it at 1. Mwah! Beautiful. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, though. Willy Adames hits a 2-run shot off the foul pole, and just like that, 3-1, the Rays lead it. And the way this Jays offense has been this series, it might be kind of tricky for this team coming back, especially with Blake Snell on the mound, at least to start the ballgame. We go to the top of the sixth, and the Jays haven't really got anything going. There's 2 out in the inning, 0-2 count. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at the dish, and he hits a fastball at the top of the zone and barrels it up, and it goes high and deep to the left center field, and it's gone. It's a 1-run ball game now. It's a 3-2 game. The Blue Jays are right back in this game. Now, let's go here to the top of the 7th inning where things get crazy. They bring in Garcia. He walks Danny Jansen to lead off the inning. Then Panic grounds into a double play. And just like that, you got 2 out, nobody on for Santiago Espinal, the number 9 hitter. Santiago Espinal, down 0-2, grinds and grinds and grinds, and gets a walk out of it. Big time at bat there for Espinal to get on a 2-out base runner. In comes former Blue Jay, Aaron Loup, yet again. And Kevin Biggio comes up at the plate now, and he takes a swing. Catcher interference on Mike Zunino. You know what that means. Biggio gets first base. Up moves Espinal. Tying run at second base. And they made that boo-boo, that mistake by Zunino, going out to trap the ball. And Biggio's swing path, he makes contact. Just like that, the Jays have the tying run in scoring position, and the go-ahead run on first. In comes Randall Grichuk. And he gets a 1-1 pitch from Aaron Loup on the inner half of the plate, turns on it, hits it pretty well, deep to left, and just over the short porch in left field, a 3-run shot for Grichuk, and the Blue Jays now lead it 5-3. How big of an at-bat from Santiago Espinal was that? Big time for the young kid coming out there and doing a job. Now the Blue Jays are in front. They run into some trouble, though, as they go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rafael Dolis goes out there, and he struggles finding the zone early on. He gives up a single to Choi to start the inning. Then Watt Tetsugo. And then Joey Wendell grounds into a fielder's choice. Went to Vladdy. Over to Espinal. But then Espinal's throw goes wide. And you're like, but it stays in play. Choi comes in to score. 5-4 game. But Joey Wendell, with the ball not going out of play and him not reading the ball, I guess, well enough, he's still at first base. Bringing up, where are we here? Bringing up Willy Adames. And who does Willy Adames hit the ball to? Right to the guy who just made the error, Santiago Espinal. And what does he do? Fires it on to second, on to first, double play, and the inning is over. Big time double play, makes up for the mistake. Great job by Espinal in that inning. He did a great job offensively in the 7th inning, and then in the bottom of the 8th, makes up for one of his errors and gets out of the inning. Great job by Espinal. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Joe Panic grounds out. And then on a routine ground ball to Willy Adames at short, Espinal, boogieing out of the box as he always does. A wild throw, and this one goes out of play. Hence why I said earlier, guys, the ball stayed in play for Espinal because the next batter grounded into double play. If it went out of play, Wendell would have got second base, and that would not have been a double play. But it was. On this play, however, with Espinal running out of the box, Willy Adames fires it, and it goes into the seats. So Espinal gets second. Hey, we have a runner at second now with only one out for Kevin Biggio. And Kevin Biggio, as he's done all year long, coming up with big hits, gets a change. He hangs a changeup. You never do that. Was that Aaron Loop, actually? No, I think it was somebody else was on the mound there in that inning. It was Banda, right? He goes out there and hangs a changeup for Biggio, and he barrels it down the right field line. It stays fair, goes all the way to the wall. Espinal scores. Biggio to second with the RBI double. Jays now lead at 6-4, and that run is huge. Because you go to the bottom of the ninth inning with Jordan Romano going out there trying to get a second big league save. Margot hits an infield single, and we're just like, oh goodness, okay. Now the tying runs at the plate. Let's get it going here, Romano. And then Martinez pinch hits, and he grounds into a fielder's choice to Espinal to panic, and that was the only out they could get there. So now there's one out, a guy at first, but then he walks Austin Meadows, and we're like, the tying run's on first, and the game-winning run, the walk-off, is at the plate. And they have two chances, and in comes Brendan Lau. And this guy, going into this series against the Blue Jays, has been incredible against everybody. More particularly against the Blue Jays. The numbers against the Jays are ridiculous. But in this series, in the 4-game series, they held him to a total of 2 hits. And one was a solo shot against Matt Shoemaker. And Brendan Lau comes up against Romano, and he strikes him out on the high fastball, 2 down. Exactly what you need there. And then great slider from Jordan Romano to get Diaz to ground out to the second base, to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who laid a nice little toss there to Jordan Romano, and a great job by Romano getting to the base and getting his feet out of the way as soon as possible, because you don't want to get run over, because the Jays don't need any more injury bugs to happen to their pitching staff. The Rays, they know that feeling, and the Jays don't need any more. But they get the W, 6-4, even up the series at 2-game apiece, are 14-13 on the year. Now come back to Buffalo, and a very favorable schedule coming up for the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll get to that in a second here. Now, scary thing, Randall Grichuk leaves the game with back tightness, but it was precautionary, I heard on the radio, so I'm hoping that's not bad news and he'll be okay for the next game. I don't know. Grichuk's been fantastic all year long, hoping he can continue at this pace. Now, let's get into some numbers here real quick before we talk about the next little while for the Toronto Blue Jays. Kevin Biggio goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored, as he always does. Unbelievable. He's now hitting .277 on the season with an on-base percentage of .397. Kevin Biggio just doing a job. Randall Grichuk before leaving the game, 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Obviously the home run and the run scored for Grich. He's hitting .297 with a .340 on base. Great job for Grich. He's having a great season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had to hit that ringing double, an RBI double for him, 1 for 3 in the ball game with an RBI, and he walked twice in the ball game. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hitting .248 on the year with a .333 on base, getting up to that 100 points difference mark. That's kind of where you want to see Vladdy at, because that's how you know he's getting on base a ton as well. So a great job by Vladdy picking up there. Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 4 in the game. In the bottom of the lineup, didn't really do anything except for Santiago Espinal, who was 0 for 3 in the ball game, but he walked once, hustled down the line, got on base, and both times that he got on base, he came around to score. Why were the Jays so good back in 2015-16? Ryan Goins was at the bottom of the lineup, and that guy found a way to get on base. Whether it was a walk, a hit, whatever it was, he found a way, and it turned the lineup over to the dominant top of the lineup the Jays had at the time. Santiago Espinal, I'm not saying he's going to be that type of player, but he did a great job today finding a way to get on base and coming around to score. Great job by him. Pitching staff, Tanner Roark got the ball today, and again, wasn't great, but he gave his team a chance to win. All right, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all 3 were earned, struck out 2, and walked 3. Roark's walks have been through the roof this season, and we need to see that drop before we even get any confidence in him with that. Thomas Hatch goes out there, though, after Roark, and goes 6th inning and 7th inning, 2 innings, no hits, couple walks, strikes out 2, and him and Danny Jansen, they were having some tough time getting on the same page there, but they found a way to get the job done. Thomas Hatch picks up his 2nd win in the big leagues, and if I'm not mistaken, 2nd win in the series. I don't know if his first was in game 1? I can't remember, guys. Maybe you guys can let me know. And obviously, Rafael Dolis gave up the 1 run. It was technically not an earned run because of the error by Espinal, but I mean, Yeah, I kind of get that. So it was an unearned run, 1 hit, 1 walk, and a run not earned for Rafael Dolis. And then Jordan Romano picks up his second save in the big leagues, 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout to pick up the save for Jordan Romano. And what a year he is putting together, and what a year the Blue Jays are putting together. Now, let's get to the schedule ahead, because this team, after being completely done with the Tampa Bay Rays, we do not see them again until possibly the playoffs when that happens. Okay? The next few series for the Blue Jays, let me read these out to you guys. The Boston Red Sox, 9-20. The Baltimore Orioles, they're 500, but we all know they should be a lot worse than that. The Miami Marlins, 500, but again, same thing. Then you have the Boston Red Sox, again, all right? And then you have the Yankees, and then you play a lot of the New York Yankees the rest of the way. But you have a stretch of about, what? 4 there, 2 there, so that's 6. Then you have a 4-gamer against Baltimore, so that's 10. The next 13 games for the Toronto Blue Jays, and we all know how much one game is worth in this short season. 13 games are against either the Orioles, the Marlins, or the Red Sox. The way this Jays team is playing right now, they got to capitalize. Because let's go to the end of the year and how that schedule looks. 3 against the Yankees, 3 against the New York Mets, 3 against the Yankees, 4 against the Phillies, 4 against the Yankees. Bottom line, you play the Yankees a ton down the stretch. And if this team wants a playoff run, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Especially with Baltimore being right on our heels for that final playoff spot. You find a way to bury them, and you're in good shape. All right? But guys, let's start with the Boston Red Sox, because that is the first series that we have coming up here in Buffalo, or tomorrow. It's Chase Anderson on the mound for the Blue Jays against Kyle Hart. No, never heard of the guy. He's gone 5 2/3 this year, an ERA of 11.12. He struck out 9 in the 5 2/3, but he's also walked 7. So I'm not going to say much because numbers are just numbers, but the Blue Jays, we have an idea of what they should do in that series, or at least in that game. Game 2 goes on, Wednesday. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound for the Red Sox, and we're not sure who it's going to be for the Blue Jays because our pitching staff is depleted as heck right now, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Game 3, again, Hyun-Jin Ryu gets the ball against the Red Sox. We're not sure who's on the mound for the Boston Red Sox that game. And that is it for the 3-game set against the Sox to start this 13-game stretch of very winnable ball games. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this afternoon, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video. What'd you like, not like from today's game? If I forgot to mention anything, guys, let me know in the comments below. Twitter is down below for myself as well. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description, so if you've not followed up the Instagram page already, please go do so. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition. It'll probably be on Wednesday afternoon as we will preview Game 1, Raps, Celtics, on Thursday. I don't know the time of that game. I have not quite looked there as of yet. Thursday at the 6:30 tip-off there between the Raps and Celtics in Game 1 of Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. And I can't wait to talk to you guys on Wednesday for the Round 2 preview video. All right, and as for our Blue Jays, as we've talked about, their next contest is tomorrow night, 6:37 first pitch in Buffalo. Kyle Hart, Chase Anderson on the mound for the Blue Jays. That's a pitching matchup there tomorrow night against the Red Sox. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.